right, starting off right here, our cow-calf pairs. Cow-calf pairs coming in the ring. Class 1. Isabel Fiddler from New Smyrna Beach High School, FFA. Showing the calf, Izzy Moss from DeLand. With a Charlotte cross from DeLand Senior FFA. Let's hear it for Hannah Lusner. Luke Lunsford showing the calf.
Heifer.
And then Rylan Hull and Meredith Maples.
And rounding out the class, showing an Angus cross from New Smyrna Beach High School, FFA, Rylan Hull and Meredith Maples. All right.
All right, folks, excited to be back here. Those of you that stuck around with us at the sheep show last night, I had the opportunity to sort that, and getting back over here, I mismanaged my my time a little bit there, and traffic got bad on me, so I apologize. Never something that I want to do and keep these young folks waiting, because I know prepping livestock projects, you got to get them right, and there's a timeline that they're trying to map everything out, so I certainly apologize to the exhibitors there. Hope you guys can just get your livestock dialed in, and we'll give you all the courtesy that we can there. I think we get to our first class of cow-calves, and this is one of my favorite things to ever have the ability to sort, just because there's so many different variables and factors that go into that decision. You know, we're not just judging one piece of livestock, we're judging multiple pieces of livestock, and we're looking at generating ability and what their kind of quality is, not only in themselves, but in their ability to make the next generation better. That being said, there's only one place to start, and it's with the calf on the far right side of the lineup there. That cow-calf pair is pretty exceptional in my mind. Just study that one from the moment that one walks in. That one reeks femininity through her front end there. That one's still bold and maternal in terms of her center body. In terms of just still raising a calf and still looking that good, that's not easy there. So tremendously good exhibitor there to go ahead and lead off there. We get into the decision second and third, and I think the decision gets a nickel closer for me. Still, I think there's some logic within that. There's one that's just stouter. There's one that's bolder, one that I just trust more in terms of her ability to be a cow and raise that, and that's the one that's the second in the lineup there. That's going to be second in this class here. I think that pair really just has a lot of quality to me. The bull calf there is one that I really can admire just in terms of just stoutness and ruggedness there as well. I think that one can generate quite a bit of dollars there for that offspring. Take nothing away from one that's just a sound, functional cow over here. Still plenty of brood cow power there. I think one that just runs in the class that has just a few more extras in it there in terms of just stoutness and power and boldness throughout there. I think one that's maybe a little harsher in her condition today, and I don't really hold that against her here. I just kind of study her in her working clothes, and I think that's actually a compliment to her to get out here and show that. But really logical class here to kind of get us started with a very high-quality class winner. If you would, give all three of these or all six of these exhibitors a big round of applause as they exit.
All right, let's hear it for Chase Fowler, shown by Hannah Lusner, Luke Lunsford. All right. All right, class two. Weights ranging from 1,416 pounds to 1,279 pounds. From New Smyrna Beach High School, FFA, Isabella Fiddler.
Emery Hole.
Number 5 with the Beefmaster from New Smyrna Beach Middle School, FFA, Emery Hole. And rounding out the class from New Smyrna Beach High School, FFA, got a Hereford cross here, Telek Kowalski. All right.
We get into our second class here in our cow-calf division, and I first off, I want to say how awesome it is. I go to a lot of these county fairs, and the cow-calf division is like one entry at the very end, and it's kind of forgotten here. So I think it's neat that we all start with it, but you have so many exhibitors interested. I commend you if they are there, and commend your exhibitors for bringing these awesome deals in here. That being said, I still think that I find a relatively logical place to start, and that's with American influenced heifer here on the far right side, or cow, sorry, American influenced cow on the far right side of the lineup there. I like that one, bold and round and robust in center body. That one's just absolutely just massive in terms of just carrying the right kind of ability. That's an easy keeping, easy doing kind of cow there. I really do appreciate that one for all the quality that she brings to the table there. When we get into second here, I feel more comfortable with the white-faced, just running against the wall there. Be careful now. Be easy. She didn't like it. She wants to be first, but she's going to be second today. She raised a very nice calf there. I appreciate the extra weight that she's put on that one there. And still, though, that one's still maternal in terms of her center body. That one's still feminine front end there. Compared to the one that's going to win the class there, maybe she's just not quite as broody. Maybe she, in terms of studying the calf there, that calf maybe wants to just get a nickel more rounder and maybe just as balanced as proportion as well as maybe the calf that we had in our winning pair there. The one that's going to be in third here is one that I think is plenty long and feminine fronted there. Maybe one that just doesn't balance quite as good as the two above them there. Maybe one that just doesn't relative in terms of where that one's flank sits into it. I think that one maybe just doesn't offer quite the elite look compared to the two right above it there. Three very nice cow-calf pairs again, if you would. Give them a big round of applause in our second class.
Hey, all right, let's hear it for Emery Ho. All right, congratulations.
I think we get into our champion drive here for our cow-calf pair, and I think we have tremendous quality throughout. And if you would, give all the exhibitors that exhibit a cow-calf pair a big round of applause here. I think it becomes an awesome, awesome lineup here. I think when we consider our pair of class winners over here, and we'll get to our seconds and discuss those again when I grab the microphone, I think there's some subtle differences there. The one out of the heavier class is one that's just bigger and broodier, has more center body. I think there's one of that first class that's so striking from the side, has just an absolute gorgeous silhouette and profile. Ultimately, I don't think, I'm not one to lie to you and tell you it's really close. I think it's pretty easy. The one out of that first class is going to be your champion. Good round of applause.
All right, let's hear it for Chase Fowler, your grand champion. All right.
As we go into our reserve consideration here, and I think it still becomes pretty logical for me. I like the other class winner there to go ahead and tie in for our reserve. Congratulate that American cow.
Congratulations to Emery Ho, reserve champion. Yeah.
We get into our consideration here for third overall in this division. I think it gets awful close there. One that I think actually probably when you consider this one, I think. All right, we want to make sure the judges got the ring right here, and I appreciate that because I don't like to look foolish and have to sort something or select a kid that's not supposed to maybe get the award here. I think it comes to a decision here where maybe I favor the cow in one pair, maybe I favor the calf in the other pair here. I think it gets relatively close. For me, I always put my trust in the cow power there. I like this young exhibitors one to go ahead and be our third overall in this division. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Telek Kozowski. All right.
All gonna be Isabella's.
It's for fourth and fifth.
Yeah, but they're all Isabella. Isabella wins each one. Poor girl.
We get to the discussion for fourth and fifth overall here, and I think you have an interesting decision to be had there. Again, there's one that I probably favor the calves a little more, and maybe one pair of them, and I think maybe favor the cow maybe in another set there. For me, though, I think ultimately there's one that I just think has just a touch more femininity, more body, and I think follow up with the fifth place one as well. It's going to have more fleshing ability, more center body there. We're going to go fourth overall here and then fifth overall over there. Please congratulate those exhibitors. Awesome job.
All right. Congratulations to Isabel Fiddler. Great job from New Smyrna Beach High. We'd like to recognize our sponsors for Grand Champion. They receive a jacket and a banner. Sponsored by McMillan Creek Ranch. $100 sponsored by Crytek. And a belt buckle sponsored by Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning. Thank you. Reserve Champion receives a banner sponsored by McMillan Creek Ranch, and $75 sponsored by Nature Creek Landscaping. Your lightweight winner receives a banner sponsored in memory of Helen Petersky by Crytek. Middleweight winner, banner sponsored in memory of Carl Reynolds by Crytek. And heavyweight winner receives a banner sponsored in memory of T.R. Townsend by Crytek. Junior showmanship receives a banner and $35 sponsored by Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning. Senior showmanship receives a banner and $35 sponsored by Lusner Feed Mills and Seville Slaughterhouse. Yeah.
What size jacket do you think? Oh, I don't know. I'll get that tomorrow. I don't know.
Hey, here's one for you. Volusia County Bred and Born. They receive a belt buckle sponsored by the Volusia County Cattlemen's Association. Yeehaw! Let's hear it for the Cattlemen's. Who all here that's going to Cracker Day? Yeah, last Saturday in April every year. All right, this is for junior showmanship in the ring right now. Junior showmanship.
This will be a first for me judging cow-calf pairs for showmanship. Normally it's only one animal per team there in showmanship, so being able to have two on a team is kind of interesting there. I think this is also a decision that I think I can get right here. We only got one entry, so I think I'm going to get the right champion here. I think that's that. Hopefully I can, right? And I want to, if you would, please give a round of applause here, even though there's no other exhibitors here. I think she earned that admiration. I will say I think you do a great job. Intensity, eye contact, and poise. I think you can stand a little more competition there. A couple just comments there. When you ask to lead, that sometimes it's just a nickel slow, and I'm not asking you to have that cow run. I know it's a big old cow right there, and you're asking her to do a lot just to kind of waddle through here, but just making sure we kind of have a good pace there. Livestock don't look the best, and they kind of lumber around, so just a nickel quicker there, maybe on the lead. But I love the way that you're when you ask to lead, your style and your poise there, making sure we have those feet and legs in the right spot there. I think again you have a challenging partner there in terms of head carriage on where you want to maintain that. But make sure you're kind of practicing at home, maintaining where that head carriage needs to be, utilizing some of that. But I think you do an awesome job getting awful critical of our champion there. Excellent job. Big round of applause for that showman there. It's going to be our champion today.
Congratulations, Emery Ho. All right. All right, coming for your senior showmanship. Isabel Fiddler. Telek Kwazowski. All right.
get into our showmanship division, and we have a decision here. And I think it does become relatively close, maybe even more from the outside ring. It might seem a little obvious which way I'm going to go here, but I can tell you that there's quality in both showmen here. The exhibitor here to the far right side, I think you do an awesome job right out the gate. Your eye contact, your intensity there. I think at times you just, when asked to lead, you can be just nickel stiffer there. And I think the obvious thing here is we need a partner that wants to cooperate. It's really hard to tango when your partner doesn't want to dance there, and especially when they're, more than 1,000 pounds and they don't want to dance. It's really, really not fair. But you're doing an awesome job. And one thing I want to commend you on, you did not lose your cool, and I think that's so important in livestock and stockmanship. I don't think we talk about that enough as showmanship judges on the microphone, that you maintain your composure, because livestock are going to feed off of that. Not only that, as an industry, we have a duty to care for these animals, and you maintaining your cool and not losing your calm out here, I think needs to be commended. Big round of applause for that, if you will. Our exhibitor here that came in second, I think, is one I was initially worried that maybe your partner was going to kind of do this over here. We kind of did that earlier in the drive, and it's kind of settled in, and we're a little more relaxed and a little more comfortable here, and we're able to set some more feet and legs because of that. My big criticism is on our feet and legs. I'd like to see that show side leg back and have that offside leg just a little more forward. But I also commend you at the same time for not overworking those legs, because you understand you only got so much out of this one, and this cow is going to decide that it's going to be done, it's going to be done. So you understand, you're like, hey, this is going to be good enough, because if I try and do it again, it's going to get real bad. So I think understanding your project and doing that, I think it does get close, but unfortunately, one partner is just cooperating a little bit better today, and that's going to be the difference. Congratulations, you're going to be my champion.
Congratulations, your senior showman, Telek Kwazowski. All right. All right. Getting ready to come in the ring right here, your Florida Commercial Brahma Influence Show. Class 1. Weights ranging from 412 pounds to 682 pounds. From Volusia Show Pride 4-H. Let's hear it for Harlan Leisner. Yeah. From Deland Senior FFA. Got a F1 here. Let's hear it for Chloe Briggs. From Deland Senior FFA, how about Hannah Leisner?
Ellie Thornberry.
And a Beefmaster from New Smyrna Beach High School FFA, Ellie Thornberry. And rounding out the class with a Brahma from Taylor FFA, Shannon Menger.
I think we get into this first class, and it's a little bit of a mixed bag in terms of which way you're going to go. Not only do the cattle look very different in terms of maybe the percent influence in terms of Brahman in them, but in addition, I think there's just some that maybe you got everything from big, tall, long ones to maybe a little more moderate, skinnier ones here. For me, there's one that I just feel the most comfortable here, just in terms of being the deepest and the most productive in its center rib. The one that maybe just doesn't blend and balance quite as good through its front end is maybe another one. And I definitely like to clean it up just ever so slightly in terms of its navel there. But again, for this breed, doesn't bother me near as much. I feel the most comfortable with this exhibitor over here. You're going to have my class winner. The decision for me here came in second and third, and I think it gets really, really close in the pair. We have one over there that I think is very extended and feminine. There, I think, just profiles with a very nice look. I'll be the first to admit I'd like to see that one just brought down its flank there. That's one I just want to see that one just maybe balanced in terms of its underline just ever so slightly better there. I think the brindle one here does resemble those remarks in terms of, or fix those problems in terms of just being bolder about its forerib, deeper back to its flank. That one is more common in terms of its front end here. I think that in terms of structure there, I think there's maybe a slight advantage to the more Brahman influenced heifer there. Ultimately, when we just kind of weigh pros and cons there in terms of maybe which one is just the most comfortable out here, and probably comes down to maybe which one's the most comfortable in the ring today and is able to show itself off just a little more. I feel more comfortable with the brindle one. You're going to be second. You'll be third there. The decision for fourth and fifth, and I think both were maybe just a nickel more cantankerous. I side with the more Brahman influence one with the exhibitor over here in the white t-shirt. I think that one, despite its smaller size there, still reads with a lot of future there. Now where I want to fix that one, it's in terms of its hip. I want to lengthen that one's hip. I want to give that one just a touch more comfort in terms of its hind leg there. But I think that even despite that, the one that's going to be in fifth, despite being nickel bigger bodied, still comes with its own problems in terms of structure. I want that one to just move with a touch more comfort and flexibility here. That one wants to be too straight in terms of its hock, too straight in terms of its shoulder. Need to redesign that one skeleton ever so slightly. We want to move it up here. If you would, give a big round of applause to the 5 exhibitors in our first class. Very nice class.
All right, let's hear it for Shannon Mingo, your class winner from Taylor FFA. All right. Also, Shannon takes home your lightweight division winner. All right, your middleweight division. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bring them, bring them. All right, let's give them the gate here, folks. Class 1 of your middleweight division. Weights ranging from 742 pounds to 779 pounds. From Creekside Middle School, FFA, Hobie Guevara. All right. Got a gray Brahman here from Dewan Middle School, FFA, Julie Portillo. And around rounding out the class from New Smyrna Beach High School, FFA. Hey, let's hear it for Meredith Maples.
This class, I think, starts to sort with a little more logic, and there's one that came in and just hit me as this one's a brood cow in here that's big-bodied and just robust everywhere, still plenty feminine. I'll be the first to admit, maybe just lengthen this one's hip a touch, maybe this one, extend this one's front end, but I think that's getting critical of one that offers a ton of cow power. Congratulate the young lady on this left side of the lineup. She'll have your class winner here, and does so rather handily. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I like some parts and pieces of our second place heifer a good bit. I think the extension, the balance, this one's structure in terms of just length of hip and being able to get out and functionally move there. I really like this this red-tinged heifer. I think that one's just offers a ton of quality there. For me, maybe just not quite as robust and round everywhere, not just quite as bold through its forerib and back to its flank there. Just need a shot more everywhere in order to contend with our class winner. But two very nice ones on the top side of this lineup. Give them both a big round of applause. We get over here to third, and I think the decision becomes relatively close there in some regards because we see a lot of the same silhouette there in terms of our class winner, in terms of just depth and roundness and robustness there. I think my concern here is just proportionality, balance, and muscle. That one wants to be deeper about its chest than back into its flank. That one just doesn't offer balance that will show heifer look from the side. And when I step in behind, that one wants to hawk in, just be a little cow hawk from behind. It just doesn't have near as much muscle as those two right ahead of it. If you would, give all three of these exhibitors a big round of applause. Very nice class here.
All right, let's hear it for your class winner, Meredith Maples. All right, class two. Let's give them the gate here, folks. Weights ranging from 802 pounds to 918 pounds. From Taylor FFA. Hey, let's hear it for Ethan Doherty. From DeLand Senior FFA, how about Chloe Briggs? Got a bum across right here. How about Liberty Conaway? And rounding out the class, got a red Brahman from DeLand Senior FFA, Mia Portillo.
We get into this next class here, and sorry. Make sure I do my due diligence here. And I think this one sorts with some relative ease here. But there's a place to start, and it's non-negotiable here. Young lady over here wearing the cast on her arm there. They said pins in her arm, I guess. I think that one wins and does so for fun. That one's blend, balance, proportionality, look, design. That one's feminine while still being round and robust. Does a lot of hard things put together in one package. Big round of applause for that exhibitor. Awesome entry here when we get into this class. The decision for second and third gets closer for me here. I think they just so happen to be these two directly in front of me. And I think we have one that's just a nickel more moderate in its kind. I think we have one that's maybe just as you'd expect for one that's more moderate. It's rounder in its ribs, balance and proportions better. At the same time, I think that's the same one that has a more appropriate set to an angle to its hock there. I think we have one over here that's more extended in its front end, taller, higher performing kind of heifer here. For me, I just go back to the basics and fundamentals, the structural correctness. I feel more comfortable with this heifer's hock placement. You're going to be second, you're going to be third today. We'll get to the heifer that's going to end up round our class in fourth, and I commend the exhibitor for not giving up when we let go there. I think that one, in terms of just depth of body and depth of side, brings a lot to the table there. I'd like to see that one just blend and balance with a more show ring look there. By that, I want to clean up its front end. I want to lengthen and level its hip, and allowing that one to go with a more attractive look from the side. Then I just want to add more spring and expansion to the center part of its rib there. I think we have good depth. I just want to see around a rib cage there. And well, if you would, give a big round of applause to all four of these exhibitors. Very nice class, and we'll get you a middleweight champion next.
All right, congratulations to Chloe Briggs from DeLand Senior FFA. Let's give all these exhibitors a big round of applause. Good job. All right, let's go and give him the gate right here. Let's give him the gate. Let's go and give him the gate here. Class 1. Class 1 of the heavyweights. Weights ranging from 1,104 pounds to 1,223 pounds.
For middleweight, so I can run.
All right, is your middleweight division winner, Meredith Maples and Chloe Briggs.
If you would give a round of applause to the two exhibitors we have out here representing our middleweight drive. I think it does become a relatively close decision here between one that's really round and robust in their cage and one that maybe just I'd enjoy more in terms of just the design, length of hip, and just comfortability in terms of its hind leg. In addition, I think that one also is a stouter pinned option who just maybe balances just a nickel better through its front end. I like the one out of the second class to be your champion in this division. If you would, big round of applause to that exhibitor here.
All right, coming in the ring from Class 2. Hey, let's hear it for Ethan Doherty. Yeah.
We get here into this decision here, and I think, again, it becomes rather close for me. I talked about that one that was second in that class. Just I love in terms of its moderate stoutness that one offers there. Still round and robust in its cage. Definitely not as much as the one that wins that first class there. And I think that exhibitor there, when we get that one loined and we get that one to top line to just fit together just a little bit better, I think that one looks just exceptionally well there. I like that one second best. I think that's the next best cow prospect. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Meredith Maples. Second place, your middleweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to overwork the cattle. They got to come back. That one that just exited, that one's going to be third overall in the division. We won't. That was second in the second class. I think we drop out here, and as I mentioned, the one that kind of ran out there wasn't happy with my decision, thought it should have been reserved, but it's going to be third overall still. I think that one's a very nice one. So please, round of applause for that one that exited and that exhibitor. I think they earned it. When we get to our decision for fourth overall in this division, I think it does become relatively close, and I think maybe they're related, the showman in here, so I'll do the same thing we did with the sheep. We'll just drop the ribbon in the middle and let you guys fight for it at home. Maybe you can split it down the middle. No, we're not going to share it. I like this one up here to be my fourth overall. Congratulate that exhibitor. Awesome job. Drops in this other heifer prospect for consideration for fifth overall. I think I find just a few more unique pieces in the red Brahman there. If you would, round of applause. That'll be the fifth overall in this division.
All right, we'll announce our top 5 for middleweight. First place, Chloe Briggs. Second place, Meredith Maples. Third place, Ethan Doherty. Fourth place, Julie Portillo. And fifth place, Mia Portillo. All right, let's give them a go here. Our heavyweight division, Class 1. Class 1, weights ranging from 1,104 pounds to 1,223 pounds. Put your hands together for the Red Brahman from Doane Middle School FFA, Julie Portillo. From Doane Senior FFA, let's hear it for Luke Lunsford. Yeah. Also from Doane Senior FFA, how about Chloe Briggs? From Doane Senior FFA, 1,220 pounds. Hey, let's hear it for Hannah Lusner. And rounding out the class, also from Doane Senior FFA, Landon McFarland.
We get into the first class of the heavies here, and sometimes you get into a class and you scratch your head for a while on what to do when you find your class winner, or what you're going to do to lead off the class. This is not that class. There's one in here, and it wins for fun in this class. Congratulate the exhibitor right here. That's an awesome, awesome heifer there. Really like this show prospect here. Big, bold, and robust everywhere. That one just looks awesome in every stretch, sound and functional. Those are the kind of Brahman right there that make you happy when you walk out to the front pasture and look at that one. Big round of applause for that class winner.
Hey, let's hear it for Hannah Lusner. All right.
We get here into the decision for second through fourth, and to take nothing away from the one who's eventually going to be fifth over here on my left side. I think it gets relatively close here. I think there's pieces about each of them that you can tie into. For me, the basic one in terms of just structural correctness, who steps and fills their track, who's still sound and square and comfortable and still has center body, rib shape, and functionality there. The one that I like next best over here, young lady over here, you're going to be second in this class. The decision here again for third and fourth gets awful close for me today. I think that both of these, I'd like to see both of these heifers just take a longer stride here. I think the one, the red heifer up there in front, maybe showing just a little more swelling in terms of her hock there. One that just is just nickel coarser jointed possibly everywhere. And I don't hold that against the breed as a whole necessarily. I think that's one that maybe is just showing some of the uncomfortableness in terms of a rear skeleton there. At the same time, that one's so unique in being stout and still extended and feminine there. I think the one back here, maybe I do prefer that one's hind leg, although I'll be the first to critical. That's the reason that one falls into this decision and doesn't play up there, because I still think it takes a shorter stride. At the same time, that one's still bolder about its center rib, deeper back to its flank. That's still the one I like next best. You'll be third and you'll be fourth. Congratulate both of those exhibitors there. Our fifth place heifer has already exited the ring, and take nothing away, it was kind of acting cantankerous there. That was a nice functional heifer in a lot of regards. Unfortunately, that's also the heifer that maybe just doesn't blend and balance as well. Definitely not helping itself out by maybe not showing perfectly today. The exhibitor did a great job handling it. Big round of applause for all 5 of those exhibitors as they exit.
All right, Class 2 of your heavyweight coming in the ring right now. From New Smyrna Beach High School, FFA, got a Hooper Cross, is here for Telek Kwazowski. Yeah. All right, put your hands together from DeLand Senior FFA, Hannah Leisner. Also from DeLand Senior FFA, showing for Landon McFarland. Let's hear it for Shannon Minger.
And then this is actually Landon.
He can't be in 2 places at once, folks. Landon McFarland from DeLand Senior FFA. And rounding out the class, Widow Brayford from Adventures 4-H. Put your hands together for Harmony Richardson.
Getting to this last class of heavies, and I think there's some decisions to be had, but I think there's still one place to start. Congratulate the exhibitor right there with the white Brahman there. That one's pretty logical for me here. Study that one in terms of just being massive and powerful and overwhelming the class. It's pretty logical. I'll be the first to admit, I like to see that one just step down just a touch more comfort in terms of where it does with its hawk and pasture. And once you just pop ever so slightly, that's getting real critical of a very, very good one that wins this class pretty darn handily. Another big round of applause for our class winner here.
Hey, Landon McFarland, yeah.
We'll work our way here and to the decision on, and maybe if you're paying attention to what I'm studying here, I think it gets awful close between second and third. The one that I just prefer in terms of balance, proportionality, you step in behind them, they're still square. I think neither of these heifers maybe takes the longest, more comfortable stride necessarily. I think one's maybe just nickel straighter in terms of its rear skeleton, one's maybe a nickel straighter in terms of its front skeleton. But for me, when you call all things the same, I also prefer the way that this one's presented in terms of its condition, being more genuine in terms of its condition, not being overfinished here. I like this heifer right here to be second in this class. Really, really nice cow. Now, the one that rolled in here, and I thought there's a cow prospect from the word go, is the one here on the left side of the lineup, the most maybe Hereford marked there, Hereford influence possibly. I think that one maybe doesn't, is just nickel deeper in terms of its chest, and I think that's a function of the fact that that one is covering probably as much condition as anything in the class today. At the same time, that one's square, that one's comfortable, that one doesn't do a lot of things wrong necessarily. At the same time, I'd like to see that one take a nickel longer stride. I'd also want to see that one just add just a little more unique pieces in terms of a front end, a little more added stoutness or muscle there to maybe contend with that top pair, but it's still very close decision between second and third. Congratulate that third place exhibitor in this class. Does an awesome, awesome job. The one that's going to be fourth in this class is one that I appreciate in terms of balance and symmetry from the side. I just want to fix this one more in terms of its underline. That one's tighter about its forerib, shallower back to its flank, and where I really take issue with this heifer and where I have to put her fourth, when set into motions, she takes the shortest stride of those initial four that are all going to be blue ribbon heifers, and I think that one's very, very good on the standstill. I just want to see that one have more comfortability when set into motion there. The heifer that's going to be in fifth is one that I like in terms of just offering a lot of length of body and extension. Need to see more center body. Need to drop that one in its flank to contend with the top end here. If you would, big round of applause to all five of those. Do an awesome, awesome job here.
All right, coming in for your heavyweight division champion from Class 1, Hannah Lusner. And your Class 2 winner, Landon McFarland. All right.
1 and 2 are coming in.
Well, I'll be honest, in my mind, I thought it was going to be a really close decision in this heavyweights. When they came out here in class, there's two that hit me incredibly hard, but when you get them in here, it's not close, and I'm not one to lie to you. I like this one a lot. Congratulations. You'll be the heavyweight winner.
Landon McFarland for your heavyweight division winner.
You can bring them in, yeah. Again, we get in here, and I thought it was going to be closer, and you get these two on the front side of the lineup, and I guess I realized how incredibly tough that last class was. We'll keep them paired together. Congratulate them. That'll be the reserve in this division. Ring set, we're good. I told them to hold off on maybe bringing them up because I feel pretty comfortable with. I have a good memory about what we just saw. There was only about 10 of them, so they're pretty fresh in my head here. And I think when we get down to this decision, it becomes pretty logical for me. I like that one out of that for the other class winner to go ahead and grab a piece here and be third in this division. Very, very tough one there. I think the close decision here comes in fourth and fifth, and the one that I just feel a nickel more comfortable in terms of just cow power, correctness in terms of skeleton, and where everything fits together. You'll be the fourth overall in this division. You'll be fifth. Congratulate those exhibitors. Awesome, awesome job here as they exit. Really good division. I knew what I was doing already.
So what do we got now?
Grand Drive.
All right, coming in for the Grand Drive here, ladies and gentlemen, Landon McFarland.
Chloe Briggs. Shannon. And Shannon Minger.
Chloe Briggs, yeah.
Middleweight. And then Shannon Minger from the lightweight.
All right, put your hands together for Shannon Minger, yeah.
If you would, put your hands together for all the exhibitors that brought some heifers in here. Awesome, awesome show. Again, I take nothing away from the rest of them that came in here today, but I've also been taught that not to lie, even when you have a microphone here. There's one that wins pretty easy. Congratulate this exhibitor. Awesome, awesome job.
Congratulations, Landon McFarland, your grand champion. All right.
We get here for reserve, and I think it maybe does get a nickel closer. I like the proportionality and balance of the lightweight. I like the feminine look that we have in the middleweight there. But again, I was told not to lie. At saying because it closer, it's still easy. You're the winner.
He picked that red Brahman right there for reserve. Congratulations to Landon McFarland. All right.
Now I think this is where we do have to discuss them a little bit and break them down a little bit more because I think it gets awful close. I mentioned the moderate stoutness that I find in that lightweight there. At the same time, maybe that one doesn't want to blend and balance and just proportion. Proportions are good. Maybe doesn't want to blend and balance and quite have the attractive look of some of the other when compared to the other twos in here. I think the one out of the middleweight, I thought that was a very good heifer there. It was going to be hard to turn when it first came in the ring there. When we get compare it to the two that were right ahead of it there in this division here, I think that one is just one that maybe just gives up the overall mass and power found in some of the others. The one that was third in that division, I mentioned that one being awesome in class, and you get that one back out here, and that one maybe just does offer a really good look from the side. Maybe one that, when set into motion, maybe doesn't compose itself quite as good as maybe another one in here. I think it gets really close. The one I like next best is a middleweight. You're going to be third overall.
Hey, let's hear for Chloe Briggs. Yeah.
Another one that I thought was going to be hard to turn until we got to that heavy class and had those two in there. I like that one out of the heavies, the third in the heavies, to be fourth overall. Congratulate that exhibitor. Awesome job.
Congratulations, Hannah Lusner. Yeah.
Top 3 from that class, from the heavyweight drive. Heavyweights. See, that came from the middleweight, though.
We get into this our final pick, and I think it's been a tremendous division. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask the audience to give a big round of applause to him out here. Did an awesome job bringing us a good division. When you go to a county fair and you don't always know what you're going to do when you step into the ring, and when you're picking fifth overall in the division here and you have this kind of quality in front of you, it makes it a lot more fun. I mentioned maybe the criticisms on that, the one out of the lightweight there. The middleweight that drops in there, I think, is one that's just so bold and robust and just looks like a cow to me there. I think when that exhibitor gets that one loin and gets that one looking right, I think that one really wants to does balance. Study that one on the motion. I think that one really looks like a cow there. The one that came out at the heavyweights there, I thought was just a very good functional kind of cow prospect that's just not messed up livestock in any regard. Maybe not as quite as unique as some of the others in here. It gets awful close for me. For me, I like the one out of the middleweight. I think that's the next best cow prospect. Congratulations.
All right, let's hear it for Meredith Maples. Yeah. All right, just for your junior showmanship, we're going to give them the gate here. Let's hear it for Harlan Lusner. Yeah. Let's hear it for Herbie Rivera. And Julie Portillo.
We get in the showmanship division here, and again, I was told not to lie or not to tell any half truths here. I think it is pretty logical to find a winner in this division, and that's to take nothing away from the other exhibitors. I think that's just a compliment. Whenever I say it's easy, it's because the other exhibitor made it easy, not because the other exhibitors made it easy on them there. I think this exhibitor could show anything. They could be showing turtles. They could be showing jellyfish. It wouldn't matter. Their look, their style, their poise, it's next level. If I'm going to be real critical, and I think this is a function of the heifer that they're showing, I'd love to see that black leg just split just ever so slightly, maybe get that tail down. I know it's hard when you're small like that, but I think that's getting awful critical of one that I think can just show absolutely anything. Congratulate the exhibitor up here. She's going to be your champion junior showman. The partners maybe don't want to cooperate quite as well when we talk about the other two exhibitors here, and I would like to give them some commentary before they exit here. I want to commend the exhibitor I'm going to say is our reserve champion in the white shirt there. Does a very, very good job in terms of style, intensity, and poise. Our partner needs to cooperate a little bit more, and I'd like to see you make sure we're working on setting those feet and legs. You did a very good job there. I think your partner's just not letting you want to cooperate, wants to just maybe kind of be a pain right now. So we'll let that one ease on back, but you did a great job, especially when asked to lead there. Big round of applause to those exhibitors as they exit.
All right, let's hear it for Julie Portillo, your junior showman. Great job. All right, coming in for senior showmanship. All right, let's give them the gate here for senior showmanship.
Everybody's in here for the first class.
All right, in no particular order, let's hear it for Chloe Briggs. How about Hannah Lusner? Ellie Thornberry. Shannon Minger. And let's hear from Meredith Maples. This is your class.
We get into our first heat of showmanship here, and we're going to have some callbacks, and we're going to rework them here. Our first callback is going to be a young exhibitor directly in front of me here. Does an awesome job in terms of just feet and leg presentation, always being in the right spot there. The next one, exhibiting control of their animal and just being in charge of what's going on there. Very good job. Is going to be young exhibitor right over here. I think does an awesome job. Feet and legs are in the right spot. We're always going in the right direction there. Maybe just takes a nickel longer to get them set up where we want to be there. I think she's working with the bum hand there, and she's doing her best to make sure she does that. But at the same time, it takes her just a little bit longer there. I think the decision gets awful close when I talk about maybe the other one that we're going to call back here, and I'll just discuss the other three exhibitors that we have out here. Young lady here, I wish your partner cooperated. I can tell that you like it, but just doesn't want to dance today. And if you would, give her a round of applause again. The stocksmanship, not getting frustrated, not getting overwhelmed, I think is very, very important here. I think the close decision, I guess, is between the pair of them here. We have an exhibitor here who I think is an absolute gangster in terms of her show style. I think, again, she's one of those ones that could show absolutely anything. The problem is your partner just absolutely does not want to be a show animal today. I think our other exhibitor has one that wants to be a show animal, but maybe we don't have quite the same style and poise and charisma that our other exhibitor has. I think the biggest challenge here for our other exhibitor is we need to make sure that we get our feet offset. We need to loin that heifer just a little bit more. That way we can make sure she balances her top line a little more. For me, it's a tough decision to cut one of what I think most talented showman is. Unfortunately, I'm going to keep you here, or fortunately, I'll keep you. Unfortunately, I got to send you back. I wish you had a different heifer, because I truly believe that you're one of the best showmen that we've seen today. Give her a big round of applause. That's unfortunate to have to send such a talented showman back. Look forward to bringing those three back into our champion drive.
Congratulations, Meredith Maples. about class 2 of your senior showmanship? Landon McFarland. Let's hear it for Harmony Richardson. Put your hands together for Ethan Darty. And let's hear it for Mia Portillo.
Tell it, yeah, it's good, we're good, He's scratched. Sorry.
We get here into our second heat of the seniors, and I think, again, it gets very close in terms of a few decisions. The first callback that we're going to have is the exhibitor that first walked in over here in the FA jacket. Just style, poise, everything's exactly where we want it and doesn't move, doesn't fidget, doesn't do anything right there. Big round of applause for one that's a lot of time, energy, and effort to make one cooperate like that. And then on top of it, very good style and poise there. When we get closer in a few other decisions here. For me, the next most logical one to keep is the young exhibitor here in the. We'll get him settled here for a second. There you go. Exhibitor here in the green 4-H jacket there, I think does a very good job in terms of just feet and legs, getting set in basics. I think at times, if I'm going to be critical, when you circle or when you set up, maybe just being able to walk into that setup a little easier. And then when you circle, make sure you take that right path and don't have to hesitate there. Our third callback is going to be the exhibitor here with the red Brahman. I think that one does a very, very good job in terms of style and poise. We're going to have to see how that one cooperates. You're going to have to do your best to get everything you can out of that one because, unfortunately, not really maybe letting you show as good as you possibly can here today. For our exhibitor here, I think we just need maybe a different partner. Doesn't want to quite dance with you today. Kind of wants to run into that fence and maybe wants to dance with somebody over there. Maybe they found someone, better looking than me to judge them or something. I don't know what it was probably. But big round of applause to all these exhibitors. They exit here. Very, very good job.
All right, coming back in for senior showman, Hannah Lusner. Chloe Briggs. Meredith Maples. Landon McFarland. And Harmony Richardson.
I got my top 4 kind of over here. We're going to rework them, but we'll excuse 5 and 6. And I think they both do a very good job. It's subtle differences that maybe sort the pair here. Or we'll go ahead and start in 6. And I think arguably, again, probably the most talented showman maybe. I don't know if that's true, but it's in the conversation for sure, is going to be our 6th place showman, young lady with the red heifer over there. I wish you had a different dancing partner. I think you do such a great job showing and exhibiting your style, your poise. You did everything you could to get as much as you could out of them. But when they don't want to dance and they're tired, big round of applause as she exits. Very good 6th place showman there. Our showman that's going to be in 5th there is one that I think does a lot of the basics very, very good. I think I asked her to work on offsetting legs, and we did a better job coming in there and presenting that one's top line a little better as well. Unfortunately, at the same token, that's the one there that maybe just doesn't have quite the same style and poise when asked to lead. That's the one that maybe looks a little more rigid and a little more awkward in terms of those transitions. And I know that gets awful critical on these kids, but we're at that level now where these are very, very elite showmen. So a very good showman in 5th would win a lot of county fairs, but just not this one. Unfortunately, very good showman. Big round of applause as she exits. We get here into this decision, I think it probably becomes a story of 2 pairs. And I say that, but with all regard that all 4 of these are very, very good. And if you would give them a big round of applause here, because I think it's awesome. One thing is, anyone that knows me as a show judge knows that I absolutely love showmanship. Doesn't matter what species. A lot of show judges are saying, oh, well, you got to be critical on kids and this and that. And I say, That's one of the best parts of this program is the opportunity to be constructively critical on kids and challenge them to achieve new heights that maybe they never thought they could. And I think that's to be said here that I hopefully give you some constructive criticism of maybe wherever you place, and hopefully take that back. And I'll be honest, between the top two especially, I don't know if there's a whole lot of constructive criticism that I can give. It's just maybe subtle differences and maybe whose partner works just a little bit better, because I think they are just that good here. When we discuss third and fourth, I think it gets awful close. The one that was just a nickel more consistent in terms of their partner there, I think just in terms of maintaining head carriage, I think gets real close there. But for me, the one that's going to be fourth is the exhibitor over here. Does a very good job, and I love your style. Big round of applause. Absolutely, big round of applause. I love your style, and I love your poise, and you walk in the ring, and you're immediately eye-catching in the way you present your animal, and you present yourself as well. And I think that's something that needs to be noted. Your style doesn't detract. So a lot of times some people, the way we hold their show stick, it looks great and looks flashy, but it detracts away from the animal. I think you do it in a way that doesn't detract away from the animal, and I think that's very important here. For me, it's subtle differences. When we first came in here, that one wanted to just fidget, just a nickel more. It did it right there because it just wanted to make sure everyone saw what I saw. Just a nickel more, and that's a subtle difference. I think you can play with the top two. I think you can easily be third. Big round of applause as a fourth place exit. I thought that was a very good showman here. Excellent job. We get into third place, and I think it's one that maybe just a touch less, gets a lot of consistency, maybe a feet or leg off here or there. I think a very consistent, steady as it goes showman, maybe not dialed up quite as intense, maybe not quite as highly presented as maybe the other two here. Our third place showman's going to be the young lady on the front side of our lineup. Does a very good job in a lot of regards. I think it's awful close and very critical of one there. I think it's just the subtle differences when you walk and you set up in the way that you do that in a way that doesn't detract away from them. For me here, I think it does get close. It gets awful close, and from the moment these ones walked in, it didn't matter if they were showing in their breeding class or if they were coming into showmanship. I thought, man, those ones absolutely love what they're doing. They're here, they're about it, and they just have style and poise, and they just have this confidence about them because they can tell they put in the hours at home. They've done all the stuff that they need to in order to, when they come in here, it's not just a matter of I'm going to show you what I've learned and what I've worked on. I'm going to show you how good I truly am. And that amount of confidence doesn't come without just so much practice. The subtle differences that I've seen between the pairs. I love the way that you set up your heifer. You walk into it, and you do it with the way doesn't detract away from the heifer. You do it in a way that makes that heifer get those legs in the exact right spot every time. I think maybe one time I caught you where it fidgeted, and that's fine. They're going to fidget a little bit here and there. I mean, one time is going to be real critical. The way that you can just hold that pose, and I never get a bad look at your heifer, and I think that's the key is showmanship there. For me, I think maybe the advantage in style and poise goes to the young lady over here, and that's always tough because I know as a young man showing, we're at a disadvantage there. It's tough. They walk in, and the young ladies immediately they just do a better job exhibiting livestock generally here. I think the challenge I have with you though here is that feet and legs were just maybe not quite as consistent. Maybe wanted to fidget just ever so slightly there. I think that if maybe we switch partners, it'd be a different story. But for me, consistency rules the day, and it's all about how that animal's set up and being presented to the tee. I like you to be my champion. I like you to be my reserve.
Congratulations to Landon McFarland, senior showman. All right.
Are you good? Do you need a break? This is my show. I have to bring that one in for heavyweight because they get a banner and stuff, so
we're bringing in for your Volusia County bred and born. Chloe Briggs. All right. Congratulations, Chloe.
Y'all around ringside, if you would, big round of applause for the Volusia County Bred and Born. I think this is an awesome, awesome program, something to be proud of in your community, that you're breeding show animals that look like this and working with young people that put in the effort there. Another huge round of applause, they exit. Very, very good representation for your champion, Born and Bred.
All right, we're going to move right along here to the Commercial Continental Beef Breeding Show. Commercial Continental.
One more show.
All right, let's give them the gate here, ladies and gentlemen. Class 1 in your lightweight division, weights ranging from 383 pounds to 460 pounds. From Deland Senior FFA, showing a Charlotte Cross. Let's hear it for Hannah Swim. Yeah. Got a crossbred here from New Smyrna Beach High School FFA. Let's hear it for Deacon Manos.
Hey, is that Chloe Stroley?
From Deland Middle School FFA with a Charlotte Cross. How about Chloe Stroll? And from Deland Senior FFA with a Charlotte Cross. Let's hear it for Cheyenne Zabile. And rounding out the class with an Angus, put your hands together for Brianna Taylor.
I think a class that sorts itself into a top pair here and then a trio that you have to sort at the same time within that top pair. I think there's a logical place to start. Congratulate the exhibitor here with the black calf. I like that one a lot. I'll be the first to admit, the one in second is more feminine about its head, is cleaner fronted there. I think a lot of that maybe have to do with just a clip job on that. Read through that one. That one's stout. That one's comfortable. That one's big rib. I like livestock that look like that. Awesome, awesome class winner. For our one here that's in second, here's one that's feminine, good looking, good bodied, maybe just not quite as stout, not quite as robust, maybe doesn't lay its shoulder in just quite as smooth maybe as that class winner, but two very good ones on the top side of this lineup. Big round of applause for first and second in this class here. We get to the discussion on third through fifth, and the one I feel the most comfortable with in terms of body shape and rib shape and muscle and just overall having more cow there is a young lady over here with the white heifer. I think that's just the most functional one of the group there. I'll be the first to admit I like to make that one better looking, but still too much body and rib. You're going to be third today. Congratulate that exhibitor. Awesome job. Fourth is one I debated there because I think you are a nickel more feminine in terms of your front end there. Stepping behind that one that wants to cow hawk in, just not quite as much there, not quite as much flank. And I realize we're at lighter weights and I'm okay with him being this nickel greener here today. And I think similar comments to the one in fifth. For me, though, in order to step into the show ring today, I just need a nickel more to feel more comfortable there. If you would, give a round of applause to two nice green heifers there that got a bright future for the exhibitors.
All right, let's hear it for Deacon Manos, your first place for Class 1. Yeah, all right. All right, Class 2, let's give them the gate here. Starting off from Taylor FFA, showing a Heifer cross, Leera Dixon. Got a Seminole cross right here from Heritage Middle School FFA, Emma Watson. From Burns SciTech FFA, number 8. Hey, let's hear it for Addison Tapp. And rounding out the class with a main cross from the New Smyrna Beach High School FFA. Hey, put your hands together for Haley Patton.
We get on the top side of this lineup here, and I think there's two very, very nice ones to lead off here, and at the same time, there's still a logical one to win. Congratulate the young lady here on the left side there. She's a pretty logical class winner. You must be popular. They like you a lot here. I tell you, and on the setup, I think it maybe is closer, but in motion, it becomes so logical. This one just takes a long, comfortable stride. She's still feminine. She's still round. She's still robust. She still looks like a cow. I think that one's a very, very high-quality one. Take nothing away. You're going to have a very high-quality one here that's going to be second. That one's bold in terms of its rib shape, stout everywhere. Where I get critical on this one and where you fall second when setting in motion, that one just doesn't feel its track quite as comfortably, just wants to short step ever so much there. Two very nice ones on the top side of this lineup. Look forward to seeing them back here in our lightweight drive. Big round of applause to those exhibitors as they exit. Third and fourth, Kim, an interesting decision, similar maybe to the one we had in the last deal. And I think we actually have enough body and rib and the good-looking one to switch this pair here. I like the black heifer over here to be third. That one's still round enough in its center body, albeit that one's not the deepest in its flank. That one's maybe not the most robust everywhere, wants to cow hawk in ever so slightly from behind, but at the same time, that's the good-looking feminine one who's got enough for me. And when set in motion, that one's more comfortable and maintains its top line with more integrity. Now, if you want the deeper sided one that's bolder in its forerib and deeper throughout, I understand that here in the red heifer. Unfortunately, that one at the same time wants to tie its neck in lower, wants to drop its chest down, and just doesn't maintain the same kind of comfortability as the one ahead of it, and wants to hawk in ever so slightly from behind. It's getting critical of two nice show prospects. If you would, big round of applause as they exit. Nice class of lightweights.
Have one and
All right, coming in the ring for your lightweight division, Deacon Manos.
that is Chloe Stroll,
Chloe Stroll.
Haley Patton, and Addison Tapp.
Haley Patton. And Addison Tapp.
Again, I'm not one to take time where it's not needed here and waste anybody's time. And take nothing away. We have three very nice heifers, but I like the crowd favorite as well. I think this one's really nice. Congratulations. They really like you, don't they? Awesome job. Really nice heifer. Study that one silhouette. Study her emotion. That one reads feminine. That one reads good looking. That one needs round and robust. That's a very nice champion in your lightweight. Big round of applause as she exits the ring here.
Hey, let's hear it for Haley Patton. All right.
You can ease her on out. Go ahead. We get to the decision for reserve, and I think it does get awful close here because I think there's some subtle differences. For me, I like the one that's the other class winner out of Class 1. Congratulate that young man. That one's the next one I feel most comfortable about at Skeleton. Congratulations. We get to the decision here and for third overall, and I think it does get plenty close. Again, I think there's one that's a nickel better in terms of its skeleton. You ask yourself, is it stout enough to compete with the other one there? I think you could go either way here in this decision. To me, you say, does this one move good enough? Is this one got enough to contend with the other one here? I call this one moving good enough for me today. You're going to be third overall in this division. Great job. For fourth overall, I think it's pretty logical. We'll grab the other second place heifer there. Congratulations. You're going to be fourth overall. Congratulations.
Chloe Stroll,
We drop into the decision for fifth overall in this division, and I think it does get plenty close. The one that I just think read with the most future and still having rounded enough rib cage, I like the heavier one out of that last class. They're going to be fifth overall in this division. Congratulations.
division, Class 1 right here from Taylor Middle, FFA with a main cross. Let's hear it for Justin Davis. Yeah. Showing a Simmental right here from Deland Senior FFA. Adeline Goodwin.
For Chase Fowler, Isabella Moss.
From Deland Senior FFA. Showing for Chase Fowler with a short horn. Let's hear it for Isabella Moss. And rounding out the class with a shy Angus main cross from Deland Senior FFA. How about Luke Lunsford?
I think you have an interesting class here to sort through, and maybe a mixed bag of what you want to tie into and what you maybe prefer here, because you have muscle, you have body, you have rib, you have feminine ones that are good looking. I think that there is a question here today, and for me, it falls with the short horn because I love that short horn in terms of the look ahead there. I love the boldness that one has. My question on does that one go good enough out of its hip and hock there? That one wants to get a nickel straighter and just maybe a little more rigid and more concerning on the way it moves there. I think compare it to the one that is in contention here, the one right behind it there. That one's so sound and so comfortable, takes such a long, comfortable stride, so feminine and good looking there. You ask yourself, well, it's easy to be that feminine and good looking maybe when you just don't have quite as much stuff to you there. I think it gets an awful close decision there. I'd really like to lay that one's tail head down into it as well. I think that one gets maybe doesn't balance quite as well because of that. I think it is a very close decision. I ask myself, does that short horn move good enough? And I say, yes, you'll be my class winner today. You're going to be second. Congratulate both those exhibitors. Awesome job for our champion in reserve in the middleweight division there. And I failed to mention all blue ribbons in this class because I think they are very, very good in terms of the quality here. When the decision, again, gets close for me here, when we talk about third and fourth in this class, depending on which way you want to go, I think there's one that's maybe a nickel cleaner, one that's a nickel broodier. As I just start to break them down, I just see more quality overall in terms of just depth and cow power in the one to the far right side of the lineup. You're going to be third today. You're going to be fourth. All blue ribbons, though. Big round of applause. High quality ones all the way down the line.
All right, your heavyweight coming in the ring right here, Leah Dixon with a red Angus cross from Taylor FFA.
Yeah, I have to.
Again, not one to take time where it's not absolutely needed here, and I think I can get this one right with a single entry. Congratulate your champion heavyweight here with a big round of applause. Awesome, awesome job. Just to discuss that one, that one takes a long, comfortable stride. That one blends and balances really good, especially through its mid-body there. Maybe clean that one up a nickel through its front end, just ever so slightly there. Maybe just make that one just have a touch more muscle there down its top. That's starting to show maybe just a nickel more of its age. I think this one's a really nice heavyweight, though. Look forward to see where this one ranks compared to our previous division winners. Big round of applause with our heavyweight exits.
All right, coming back in for the grand drive, your lightweight division winner, Haley Patton. Yeah. Your middleweight division winner, Chase Fowler, show by Izzy Moss. And your heavyweight division winner, Leara Dixon.
I think we get into this division drive and it gets awful close here. I think it's been a fun show, and when we're selecting our top five here, I think there's really a decision here between our light and our middleweight, and just just to kind of discuss the differences that I see, that middleweight is one that I absolutely dig in terms of just style and poise and pizzazz from the side. That one's got plenty of muscle, chock full, maybe even just a nickel much when that leaves you at times, makes you question exactly where that hawk goes. And then just at the same time, I got critical of that one in terms of how straight its hind leg design is there. And you got to ask yourself if you're comfortable with that. Versus the one we have in our lightweight division, I think that one is just so good in terms of just being so functional and big rib there. That one does have a more correct set to its hawk, almost to a point where it wants to pull itself underneath itself just ever so slightly. And again, that's getting awful critical on one, especially there at this lightweight. You have to ask yourself, that much front end, is that one going to be able to go to heavier weights and still maintain that look and design and balance, because it's chock full of plenty of extra hair there or extra leather up front, even at this lightweight stage. For me, I think it gets awful close, but one I feel the most comfortable with, I like the lightweight to be your champion. I like the middleweight to be your reserve.
Hey, put your hands together for Haley Patton, your grand champion. All right.
Oh, wait, no. Wait.
Sorry if I tipped my hat there. I just thought I'd mention that that the champion obviously is one that hit me real hard in class, and I think so was the reserve, and I didn't think it was awful close there. The same decision lies here. I don't think it's very close for third. I like the lightweight to be third overall. Congratulate that exhibitor.
Let's hear it for Deacon Manos. Yeah. Chase Fowler, Izzy Moss took reserve. Your grand champion gets a jacket and a banner sponsored by Lusner Feed Mills and Seville Slaughterhouse. All right. They also receive $100 and a belt buckle. Belt buckle is sponsored by Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning. We thank you. Reserve champion receives a banner and $75 sponsored by DeLand Breakfast Rotary. All right. Lightweight winner banner sponsored in memory of Harley Cutlip by Crytek. Middle and heavyweight also banner sponsored by Crytek. Junior showmanship and senior showmanship both will receive a banner and $35 sponsored by DeLand Breakfast Rotary. We thank everyone for all their support. right, entering the ring here, Addison Tapp. Yeah.
We go in their selection of fourth, and I'm gonna grab fifth overall too, because I remember them pretty good, and we're set in the ring for which ones I like here. For fourth overall, you've worked hard for it. Congratulations there. Good job. And we don't need to bring the next one back out of that deal. I know which one I want to grab. Fifth overall is going to be the heavyweight. Congratulate that exhibitor there. Awesome job.
Now showmanship. Who's your top 5? Junior first.
All right, your top 5. We'll announce them right from the top. Grand champion was Haley Patton. Your reserve champion was Chase Fowler. Third overall winner, Deacon Manos. Fourth overall winner, Luke Lunsford. And taking fifth home, Leah Dixon. All right. Your lightweight division winner, Haley Patton. Middleweight division winner, Chase Fowler. And your heavyweight division winner, Leah Dixon. Lining up here, lining up. We're going to do our junior showmanship, then our senior showmanship. All right, junior showmanship. Entering here, Chloe Stroll. And rounding out with Emma Watson.
We get here for our decision for our junior showmanship, and only 2, but that doesn't mean we don't have a lot of quality here in the ring. If you would, give both of these exhibitors a big round of applause out here doing a great job. I think the difference here is I think our exhibitor here in the front with the black heifer, I think your heifer, goodness, if I can settle down and talk here, your heifer does a good job in terms of cooperating most of the time. At times it wants to throw its head. We need to work on our feet and leg placement a little bit. We want to get just maybe a little bit squared up or a little offset maybe the wrong way there. At the same time, we need to work on just stopping it, walking and stopping into that setup there. I think the one with the smaller yellow calf here, the Smoky, is one I think when asked to set up, you do a good job at times, and I think at times maybe you get a nickel fidgety too, and that doesn't help when you're showing a small heifer like that. She wants to fight you and everything that around her, and I feel like this ring especially kind of sits right on top of the cows there, and it's more challenging for those heifers because there's just a lot going on right now at the county fair. So that being said, I feel like there's one that just demonstrates more control, feet and legs more in the right place, more appropriately set up. Help me congratulate this young lady right here. She's going to be your champion junior showman. She'll be my reserve champion junior showman. Awesome job. Big round of applause as they exit here. Very, very good job.
All right, let's hear it for Chloe Stroh. All right. All right, and for your senior showmanship in no particular order, Hannah Swim. Yeah. Let's hear it for Deacon Manos. How about Brianna Taylor? And Leara Dixon.
I think we get into this first heat, and we'll talk about our callbacks. First callback's going to be exhibit here on the front side of the lineup. Big round of applause there. I think at times maybe we want to overset feet and legs. We hopefully can walk into that setup with a little more natural ease there. I think at times we just want to maybe over scratch even too. Just be a little more subtle about some of that. Keep yourself calm, and that's, I think, translate to your heifer. Maybe won't move quite as much there. The next, I think it's a close decision maybe for my second callback out of this heat. My second callback is going to be the young lady here with the big heifer at the end of the lineup. And it becomes close. I think this is a perfect view. I need to see those back legs offset just a little bit more. If we can get those feet and legs set up, I think you're the smoothest in your transitions. You're the smoothest when asked to lead and walk there. I think you do a good job. We just need to make sure we get those feet and legs right when we come back for the final drive here. One that I initially thought does a very good job on the lead is you, young lady here. Unfortunately, when we asked to set up, that one just doesn't want to set up. That one wants to keep walking, keep moving. When you lead that heifer, you do a good job of style and poise, but we just need to get that one set up and stuck, okay? Very good job. Round of applause for that exhibitor here. One that was probably the closest to being kept, I think this young lady, you can tell she's excited to be in here. I think we just need to have a nickel more control of that one. When we do, you get feet and legs set up actually better than the exhibitor that I kept there. Unfortunately, that transition where we switch to walk, we're kind of fumbling with our whip or with our show stick just a little bit more. We need to be just a nickel smoother there, and then just keeping ourselves calm. You kind of want to rock back and forth a little bit, and you're excited, and I can tell. Just staying calm, cool, and collected a little bit more in here. I think that'll translate and make that heifer not fidget so much with you as well. If you would, big round of applause for a showman that did a lot of the basics really well.
All right, come in the ring for your second class of senior showman. Let's hear it for Addison Tapp. Put your hands together for Haley Patton. Don't call him by his first name, Justin. He goes by Ty Davis. Yeah. How about Adeline Goodwin? And rounding out the class, let's hear it for Luke Lunsford.
Go ahead and call back 3 from this class, and we'll start with the exhibitor here to the far left, to the back of the lineup there. Does a very good job in terms of style, poise, pizzazz, getting feet and legs set up. The heifer's been in here plenty long and acting nickel cantankerous, but you get the absolute most show out of it there. Very, very good job. Look forward to seeing you back here in our final drive. When we get to the next closest decision, the one I feel the most comfortable with is actually now at the back of the lineup as well. Young lady there does a very good job in terms of just, and her distinct advantage over the other 3 here is when asked to lead, she's just the most comfortable, looks the most excited to be out here and making her heifer go there. I think that at times maybe we can overset feet and legs, get a feet and leg kind of wrong here or there, but I think does a very, very good job in terms of style, poise, and those transitions when asked to lead. Great job. See you back here in the finals. I think the decision gets pretty close here in terms of who we're going to call back next. To me, the one that's the most consistent, getting feet and legs set in the right spot, going to be the young lady right there in the middle of the lineup there. Does a very, very good job. Great job. And I think that just the consistency there is what gets you into the finals here. I need my criticism or what I'd like to see you work on when you come back in here. When asked to lead, I just want to see just a little more pizzazz, a little more style injected into that. I think probably the closest to being kept and the one I wanted to the young man here, I wish we could get that heifer to cooperate a little more. Just wants to fidget far too much. I actually think you're probably the second or third best showman in this lineup. Unfortunately, your heifer's just not letting you demonstrate that today. Just wants to fidget and do this like here. Wants to throw the head there. If we could get that heifer just a nickel calmer, I think if you were on the head of maybe one of these other ones, it'd be a different story. But when your partner's that big and doesn't want to tango, it's not going to be much of a tango. Big round of applause for a showman with a tough break. Great job. Exhibitor here, I think you do a very good job in terms of just consistently getting to where we need to be and getting them set up. At times, they caught a foot and leg in the wrong spot. When asked to lead, I want to make sure that you're as excited to be in that ring as me. Here, I'd like to see you make sure you just kind of pull that heifer to lead and not just look like you're kind of trotting next to it. Kind of look like you have the plan and you're in charge there. And then at times, we just want to let that heifer fidget and get its feet a little too close together, a little too spread. Work on those things because I think you have a lot of the basics down and your partner's ready to dance today. So if you can go ahead and work on just those few small tweaks, it won't be much before you're a top-end showman as well. Big round of applause for this showman as he exits.
All right, coming in for your senior showmanship. This is the best out of both classes, the ones that got the call back. Hey, put your hands together for Deacon Manos. Leah Dixon. Addison Tapp. Luke Lunsford. And Haley Patton. Stand corrected, Adeline Goodwin is in. Thank you.
I'm going to grab the microphone because I think these heifers are about wore out with me, and it's been a long day. We'll start here in fifth, and young lady do a very good job of the basics. Came out here, caught a foot and leg in the wrong spot, and I just don't think maybe we need to work on just a little more pizzazz as was asked to lead out there. But a very good fifth place showman, if you would. Big round of applause there. Awesome job. Fourth place here, I think you do a good job of the basics and having control. Unfortunately, we're putting those back legs in the same spot. We need to get them offset again. That's why you're there. I think you end up third here today because you got your feet and legs in the right spot there. When asked to lead, I need to see just a little more enthusiasm and excitement in here, okay? I know it's hard. Sometimes when I showed, I look like I didn't want to be there either, but you got to show me the excitement, enthusiasm, get fired up. You know, sing your rap song or something when you're out there. Get yourself all fired up. Make sure when you get in here, you're ready to roll there. Or Taylor Swift, whatever song you want. No. Oh, good round of applause, though, for those three. Did an awesome, awesome job. And I did it intentionally. I left these two heifers out here just like this because I thought it was going to be challenging for both of them here. And I'll be honest, young man catches a tough break but just be easy. Just be easy here. Just be easy with him. There you go. Okay. Touches a tough break because he's on the front side of the lineup there. I think every time you circled behind, you saw this heifer act up just the same. I think ultimately I'm going to call it about a wash on personality here. I don't think either of the heifers is helping them. I'm just going to go with the one that hit me the hardest and was the most consistent in the lineup. That's the exhibitor over here. You're my champion. You're my reserve. Congratulations. Thank y'all for having me today. Awesome show. Very much enjoyed it.
Hey, congratulations to Luke Lunsford, your senior showman. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our barn helpers, Mr. Aaron Leary, Greg Aiken, Wade Roach, Leanne Hanser, Frankie Hunsberger, Kelsey Miller, Billy Dees, Troy and Erica Wrench. We'd like to thank our superintendent, Dallas Hall. Thanks, everyone, for coming out this evening. Look forward to seeing you the rest of the week.